Welcome back to Your Carolina. It's time for What You Know Good with Rhonda Rawlings, where each Monday we give you something good in the community, something that you can really benefit and something that is inspiring. And Rhonda Rawlings, of course, is all about inspiration. These segments, our viewers have really been loving them. So thank you for bringing all this great information.
I love doing it.
Yes, we got to start with What You Know Good this week.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So first of all, it's so great to start out the week on a Monday with good news, right?
Good news, yes.
So the library, the Greenville Library, is one of my favorite places. And I think a lot of people think of the library just as someplace you go and check out books and don't realize the wealth of opportunity and resources that are there. For instance, did you know that you can go and trace your family history for free?
I did not know that. And then for free is big. And we're talking about this too, and how you use their resources too to kind of find out more about your own family. And people are really interested in their genealogy and their background, and they just think that it's just lost. You got to take a test to know about it. And you said the Greenville Library can really help you out.
Really help you out. I went just to sort of test it out, and quickly I found my grandparents' wedding certificate. It made me a little emotional. I'm not sure why, but so don't think that you can't trace your family history, or don't think that you have to spend a ton of money to do so when the resource of the Greenville Library is right here in your backyard.
Awesome. And you brought a guest with you today to help us dive deeper into that genealogy. Shanna from the Greenville Library, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, so the library is a resource when it comes to genealogy. Tell us about some of the things that you guys offer to people free of charge.
Yeah, so I spend a lot of my time in the South Carolina room, which is our local history and genealogy room at the Hughes Main Library, and we offer so many free resources such as Ancestry Library Edition, which Rhonda got familiar with yesterday. In addition, we do have, of course, how-to books, brought a few examples today as well. But we have a large digital collection of records that we've digitized and made available online. There's just so many resources, and we are always happy to help. I was telling Rhonda, we have a Book a Librarian program where you can actually book a staff member for an hour, and we'll sit with you and help you get started on your family history research.
I love that. People don't know where to start. Rhonda, did you start with a chart, or how did you start?
I knew I had spoken to Shanna earlier, and she told me what kind of information to bring in, and so I think that's really important that people don't feel overwhelmed, even if they don't know much of their family. So talk about some of the pieces of information you can bring in with you to make it a little bit more easy for you.
Yes, so if you're able to, I think it's really helpful to talk to family members before you come in. Just gather documents that you may already have, family Bibles, if there's any records that your family members have, but just even doing like a little interview with your aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, parents, and just jotting down information, birth dates if you know them, locations where your family lives. You don't have to have everything, but if you can come in with some of that information, that will help us kind of point you in the right direction.
And don't be discouraged if you don't have a whole lot of information, because you never know what could be out there. I mean, I'm adopted, so there's some things I'm not able to plug in, but there are lots of things that may make a hit somewhere. And so coming in and sharing that information about where you're starting can help you kind of know where you're going to go with that. So.
Exactly. Kind of identifying what you already know will help you kind of look at where you want to go. Like what information are you missing? And some people come in and they don't really have a lot at first, but even just something like Ancestry and some of our online databases, we have a lot more. We have one for just military records, which is really neat. But you can find out a lot in just a very short amount of time, so it's very exciting.
Yes, and one of the great pieces of information you gave me was start with one branch, like start on your maternal side rather than trying to do both at the same time.
Yes, so that's one tip that we give people is just don't do too much at once. Like just focus on one branch of your tree, whether it's your maternal or paternal side, and just kind of work from there. Because sometimes when you go back and forth, it can get a little bit confusing.
Yes.
So don't bite off too much at once, but you can always go back and work on those other branches later.
Awesome. We're looking at a graphic here because you guys have some upcoming events at the library that are related to genealogy.
Yes, we have so many free events coming up. One is our Taylor's History Harvest. That is going to be at our Taylor's location this week on Thursday, August 22nd. And that's a drop-in event. So we're going to be collecting oral histories from the community. If people have photos of the area, neighborhoods, businesses, things like that, we would love for them to stop by and have us scan them and add them to our collection and just share their story about what it's been like living in the Taylors area.
Awesome. And you can find a full listing on the website. We'll be sure to put that at our website so you can click on it and go find out all the resources, especially when it relates to the South Carolina Room and genealogy at the Greenville Library. Rhonda, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Monday.
You.
Thank you, Shannon. So nice to meet you.
Thank you so
Shannon.
much.
Yes.